All right, everyone, get ready for a deep dive
Oh, no.
into the DAX-H eating plan.
Nice.
Have you heard about this one?
Yeah, the DATH diet, right.
Yeah.
For blood pressure.
Exactly. It's not just another diet, though.
Oh, definitely not.
It's really all about flavor and heart health.
The best of both worlds.
So we're going to be checking out this week-long meal plan
Okay.
from the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute.
Okay.
And it's packed with some pretty cool surprises.
So it's not all, like, salads and stuff.
No, not at all.
Interesting.
So we're going to explore how practical and delicious
Sounds good.
the DATH diet can really be.
Okay, let's see.
Even though it's all about, being healthy.
Right.
So where should we start?
Well, the DATH diet is all about real food.
Okay.
Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains.
Got it.
It doesn't require any crazy ingredients.
It's good. Or super complicated recipes.
I like that, keeping it simple.
Yeah.
So what about, like...
And it works for different calorie needs.
Oh, okay.
Plus, you can adjust the sodium levels, too.
So, like, how much sodium are we talking?
Well, you can either aim for, like, 2,300 milligrams.
Right.
Or if you need to be stricter, you can go for 1,500 milligrams per day.
Okay, so it's pretty flexible.
Yeah, very much so.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the meals.
Let's do it.
What's on day one?
Sounds delicious already.
Right.
Yeah.
Day one kicks off with a sodium swap.
Okay, I like that.
They suggest shredded wheat
Okay.
instead of bran flakes for breakfast.
Interesting.
Who knew?
It's all about those small adjustments,
Right.
especially with sodium.
Yeah, because too much sodium equals high blood pressure.
Exactly.
So even a little swap can make a difference.
Absolutely.
For lunch, they recommend regular mustard over Dijon.
Okay.
And for dinner,
Yeah.
roast beef with all the fixings.
Okay. Not bad at all.
Oh.
No, right.
Not bad at all.
Sounds pretty good to me.
So far, so good.
Yeah. And they've got these low sodium tips throughout the plan,
Oh, like what?
like using unsalted margarine,
Makes sense.
low sodium cheese,
Okay.
and low sodium tomato sauce.
Smart.
They really try to sneak those strategies in there.
Yeah, it's all about controlling sodium
Right.
without sacrificing the taste.
Exactly. Okay, on to day 2.
Wow.
We've got a chicken breast sandwich for lunch,
Okay.
vegetarian spaghetti sauce for dinner,
Nice.
and a recurring theme
What's that?
of almonds for snacks.
Oh, I love almonds.
Me too.
Yeah.
But they're pushing lean protein a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm curious,
Yeah.
what makes nuts and legumes so important in this plan?
Well, it's not just about protein.
Right.
Nuts and legumes are packed with
Yeah.
healthy fats, fiber,
Hmm.
and tons of vitamins and minerals.
Oh, wow.
And some research even suggests
Yeah.
that almonds specifically can help with cholesterol.
Really?
Yeah. And even blood sugar control.
Wow. They're like these little powerhouses.
They really are.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay, day 3 brings us cod with lemon
Okay.
and spinach sautéed with
Let me guess.
more almonds.
More almonds.
Exactly.
They love their almonds.
They do, but why so much fish?
Well, fish like cod,
Mm-hmm.
they're full of omega-3 fatty acids.
Okay.
And those are like superheroes for your heart.
Okay, so good for your heart.
Right.
What do they do?
Well, they can lower triglycerides,
Okay.
reduce blood pressure,
Got it.
and even lower the risk of blood clots.
Wow, built-in heart protection.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, day 4, we're swapping ham for roast beef tenderloin. They're
Yeah.
really hammering the low sodium thing.
Yeah, they are.
And then we've got chicken and Spanish rice.
Sounds tasty.
I know, right?
And it's good to see the variety in the plan.
Right.
It's not just the same boring food every day.
Exactly. It keeps things interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And that variety continues on day 5.
Oh, what do we have there?
We've got tuna salad and cottage cheese for lunch.
Yeah.
And turkey meatloaf for dinner.
Nice.
Now get this.
Okay.
Day 6, they give us a granola bar for breakfast
Okay, granola bar.
and a cookie for a snack.
Wait, a cookie?
Yes, a cookie.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Right. I thought it was a pretty strict diet.
Me too. But it's all about balance.
So you can have a little treat.
Right. A little indulgence here and there.
Well, that's what makes it sustainable, right?
Exactly. Makes it feel less like a chore.
And more like a lifestyle.
Exactly.
All right, to finish off the week.
Day 7.
Day 7, we have zucchini lasagna
Okay.
and a salad with spinach, tomatoes, croutons, and sunflower seeds.
Wow, that salad sounds amazing.
I know, right?
Lots of different textures and flavors in there.
Yeah, that's what I like.
It's important to make healthy food appealing.
Absolutely.
Visually appealing, too.
Exactly. It makes it more enjoyable.
Definitely.
So we've gone through this whole week of DFACRH approved meals.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spread.
What stands out to you?
Well, I think it's amazing how much variety there is.
Right.
And they do such a good job with the sodium swaps.
Yeah, they really do.
Plus, you can still have a cookie.
Guilt-free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a big plus for me.
Okay, so what's your overall impression so far?
I'm really liking it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel restrictive at all.
Which isn't, right?
No, it feels like, you can actually live with this.
It's like a roadmap
Yeah, a
of
roadmap.
heart-healthy habits
That's a good way to put it.
that you can do every day.
Yeah, I agree.
So tell me,
What do you think?
what are you thinking about this DSH plan so far?
Well, I'm impressed.
Yeah,
I really am.
I am too.
It's a lot more interesting than I thought it would be.
I know, right?
Yeah,
And it doesn't seem that difficult to follow.
not at all.
Okay, well, before we move on
Yes.
to break down all those food groups in more detail,
All right.
I want to hear from you, the listeners.
Yeah, let us know.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
What's resonating with you about this deep dive into the DSH eating plan?
Yeah, let us know.
We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back after a quick break.
Sounds good. It's great that they focus so much on sodium in this plan,
Yeah, those swaps are pretty clever.
like choosing unsalted margarine
Right.
or the low sodium tomato sauce.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah, but I think it's worth explaining why sodium is such a big deal.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, why is it so bad for your blood pressure?
A lot of people don't understand the connection.
Right. So basically, when you eat too much sodium, your body holds on to extra fluid.
Oh, okay.
And that extra fluid puts more pressure on your blood vessels.
So that's what raises your blood pressure.
Exactly. Think of it like a garden hose.
Okay.
The more water pressure you have,
Yeah.
the harder it is for the hose to work properly.
So it's not just about numbers on a scale.
No, not at all.
It's about the stress on your whole system.
Right, your cardiovascular system.
Exactly.
And over time,
Yeah.
that pressure can damage your heart and blood vessels,
Oh, wow.
and then increases the risk of heart disease,
Mhm.
stroke, and even kidney problems.
That's serious.
It is.
So those sodium swaps, they're not just about taste.
Right.
It's about protecting our health.
Long-term health, exactly.
It's like an investment in
Okay.
our future.
I like that.
What I appreciate about the DHH diet
Yeah.
is that it doesn't demonize any specific food group.
It's about balance.
Exactly. And speaking of balance,
Yes.
I've noticed they're really emphasizing portion control.
Oh, absolutely.
They're not suggesting huge serving.
No portion sizes matter a lot
Yeah.
for both weight management and overall health.
So they actually provide specific serving sizes
They do.
for each food group.
Right in the plan.
That's helpful.
Yeah, it helps you be more aware
Okay.
of what you're eating.
So it's more like a guide.
Yeah, it's not like a set of strict rules.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's about making informed choices.
Yeah, I like that.
Choices that work for you.
So we've talked about the meals, but let's zoom out a bit
Okay.
and look at the DASH food groups.
Sounds good.
The source material actually has this infographic.
Okay.
It's called the Key to Food Groups,
Okay.
and it lays out all the categories.
Like what?
So we've got grains, vegetables,
Yeah.
fruits, dairy, meats, fish and poultry,
Got it.
nuts, seeds, and legumes,
Okay.
fats and oils, and even sweets and added sugars.
Oh, wow. Even sweets.
In moderation, of course.
Of course. Got to have some balance.
Exactly. So each of these food groups
Yeah.
plays a role in
Got it.
making this a heart-healthy plan.
Makes sense.
Let's start with grains.
Okay.
We saw things like whole grain bread, cereal, brown rice,
Uh-huh.
even a cornbread muffin.
Okay, so lots of variety there.
Yeah, so why are grains so important?
Well, grains are great sources of fiber,
Okay, fiber.
especially whole grains.
We hear so much about fiber,
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
but what does it actually do?
Okay, so fiber is a type of carbohydrate that your body can't digest.
Okay.
It basically acts like a broom.
A broom.
Yeah, sweeping through your digestive system
Okay.
and helping things move along smoothly.
So it keeps things regular?
Exactly. It prevents constipation
Got it.
and promotes good gut health.
Okay, so more than just regularity.
Right, but that's not all.
What else does it do?
Fiber also helps lower cholesterol.
Really?
Yeah, it binds to cholesterol in your gut
Okay.
and stops it from being absorbed into your blood.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and because fiber slows down the absorption of sugar, it helps prevent those blood sugar spikes and crashes.
Oh, so that's why I feel sluggish sometimes.
It could be.
Fiber is amazing.
It really is.
Now, the DSH plan
Yeah,
really emphasizes whole grains
right.
over refined grains.
There's a reason for that.
Why is that?
Well, whole grains,
Mm-hmm.
they contain the entire grain kernel,
Okay.
the bran, the germ, and the endosperm.
Got it.
But refined grains,
Yeah.
they've been processed to remove the bran and the germ.
So they're missing stuff.
Yeah, they're missing a lot of the fiber and nutrients.
So it's like choosing the whole fruit over
Exactly.
just the juice.
You get all the good stuff.
The full package.
That's it.
Okay, let's move on to vegetables.
All right, vegetables, everyone's favorite.
I love how they encourage you to eat a rainbow of colors.
That's like an adventure.
It makes it more fun.
Yeah, way more fun than just eating, like, plain lettuce.
Right. So why the colorful variety?
Well, the different colored vegetables have different antioxidants.
Okay, antioxidants.
They're like little warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah, they protect your cells from damage.
That's cool.
They're like your own personal army.
Protecting your body.
Exactly.
So besides antioxidants, why are vegetables so important in this plan?
Well, they're nutritional powerhouses. Low in calories and fat, but packed with vitamins and minerals.
And more fiber.
Always more fiber.
Right. And they're so versatile.
You can do so much with them.
You can eat them as a side dish or make them the star of your meal.
Exactly.
And the DASH plan incorporates them into every meal.
It does.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a good reminder.
And remember, fresh, frozen, and canned veggies.
Oh, yeah.
They all count.
They all count.
Just watch out for the sodium.
Right, especially in the canned ones.
Okay, let's talk about fruits.
Right, fruit.
We saw bananas, oranges, apples, peaches, pears, even pineapple and apricots.
Sounds delicious.
I know. They really pack in the variety.
Fruit is like nature's candy.
It is. You get that sweetness without all the added sugar.
Without all the processed stuff.
Exactly.
And it's so good for you.
So the DSH plan has fruit every single day.
It does.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, even snacks.
Yeah, it's important to have it throughout the day.
And just like with veggies, you can have them fresh, frozen, or canned.
Right. Just be mindful of the added sugars in those.
Good point.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious about dairy.
Okay, dairy.
We saw low-fat milk, yogurt, cottage cheese, and even reduced-fat cheese.
So are those good for your heart?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because sometimes dairy gets a bad rap.
Right.
Well, dairy products are good sources of calcium.
Okay, for strong bones.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they have protein, vitamin D, and potassium.
What about the fat?
Right. It's important to choose low-fat or reduced-fat options to keep that saturated fat intake down.
Because that can raise cholesterol.
Exactly.
So it's all about making smart choices.
It's all about balance.
Again, with the balance.
Balance is key.
Okay, let's move on to
What's next?
meats, fish, and poultry.
All right, the protein group.
We saw roast beef, chicken breast, turkey breast, cod, and tuna.
Lots of good options there.
Yeah, but this is where portion control is really important.
You're right.
Because these foods can be high in fat.
Yeah, they provide protein and iron. But it's important to choose lean options.
Like skinless chicken breast.
Exactly.
And limit red meat.
Right, because of the saturated fat and cholesterol.
And they really stress fish twice a week.
Yeah, fish like salmon, tuna, and cod.
They're full of those omega-3s.
Those heart-healthy fats.
It's like they're building a heart-healthy plate.
Yeah, piece by piece.
Okay, now for one of my favorites.
What's that?
Nuts, seeds, and legumes.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
We had almonds, peanuts, sunflower seeds, and kidney beans.
They're like little nutritional powerhouses.
They are full of healthy fats, fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals.
They add such good texture.
I love the crunch.
Yeah, they can make a meal more satisfying.
And you can eat them on their own or add them to salads and main dishes.
They're so versatile.
Okay, next up is fats and oils.
Okay, fats.
We saw canola oil, margarine, and peanut butter.
Now, fats are important,
Yeah.
but not all fats are created equal.
So we have to choose the right ones.
Exactly.
Which ones are good?
Well, unsaturated fats are the heart-healthy ones,
Okay.
like those found in canola oil, olive oil, avocados, and nuts.
Oh, so those lower bad cholesterol.
Right, and reduce the risk of heart disease.
But saturated and trans fats are bad.
Yeah, they're the ones to watch out for.
Those are the ones that raise
That's true.
cholesterol.
Exactly.
They're in fatty meats,
Yeah.
full-fat dairy, and processed foods.
It's like choosing the right fuel for your body.
Right.
Yeah.
Good analogy.
Thanks.
And finally,
The last group of...
sweets and added sugars.
Oh, the fun stuff.
But even the DSH diet allows for some indulgence.
Wait, really?
Remember that cookie in the meal plan?
Oh, yeah, the cookie.
It's not about eliminating sweets entirely.
So it's okay to have some...
In moderation,
Moderation is key.
the DSH diet suggests no more than 5 servings of sweets per week.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Right. It's about finding that balance.
Yeah, a balance between healthy eating and enjoying those little treats.
Exactly. And if you're eating all those other healthy foods, you'll probably have fewer cravings.
Right. You'll be satisfied.
So we've covered a lot.
We have.
About the different DHH food groups.
What stands out to you?
What's resonating with you about this breakdown?
Well, I think it's amazing how the DHH diet emphasizes a holistic approach.
It's not about just one magic food.
Right. It's about the whole picture.
The big picture.
It's like an orchestra.
Okay.
Each instrument playing its part.
To make beautiful music.
Exactly.
And you can customize that orchestra.
You can adjust it to your needs.
Your preferences.
Your budget even.
There's so many resources out there that help.
Like the NHLBI website.
They have tons of information.
Recipes.
Meal planning tips.
Shopping lists.
So much good stuff.
It's a great resource.
But before we get into those resources, I want to hear from you.
What do you think?
What's resonating with you about these food groups?
Are there any specific foods or strategies that are sparking your interest?
Wow, we've really learned a lot about this DASH eating plan, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been pretty eye-opening.
We've talked about the science behind it, how it can benefit your heart. We've even gone through that meal plan.
Which was surprisingly good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Not what I expected.
Me neither.
And we broke down all the food groups.
It's really all about balance, isn't it?
It is. It's not a restrictive diet at all.
No, it's more like a flexible framework.
Yeah, you can adjust it to fit your life.
Exactly.
But I think a lot of people might feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, I get that.
Even with all this information.
It can be a lot to take in.
Like, where do you even begin?
Right. How do you actually make it work?
So what are some practical steps?
Good question.
That our listeners can take?
Well, I think one of the easiest things is to start reading food labels.
Oh.
Pay attention to the sodium content.
Sodium, yeah.
You might be surprised at how much sodium is in some of the foods you eat regularly.
It's like hidden everywhere.
It really is. So once you start noticing the sodium levels, you can start making those swaps.
Like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, like unsalted margarine, low sodium tomato sauce.
Things like that.
And don't be afraid to experiment with herbs and spices.
To add more flavor.
Right, instead of relying on salt.
Okay, so food labels and swaps.
Those are good first steps.
Well,
portion control is huge.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
It's not just about what you eat.
Right.
It's about how much.
Have you noticed how restaurant portions have gotten so big?
It's crazy. You get this huge plate of food.
And you feel like you have to finish it all.
It's hard to stop when you're already full.
So what can we do about that?
Well, one trick is to use smaller plates.
Smaller plates, okay.
Yeah, it tricks your brain into thinking you're eating more.
But you're actually eating less.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask for a to-go box.
Oh, yeah, leftovers are great.
You can have them for lunch the next day.
Meal prepping is helpful, too.
Oh, definitely.
If you plan your meals ahead of time?
Yeah, it makes it so much easier.
You're less likely to grab something unhealthy.
When you're in a rush.
It's like having your own personal chef.
I like that.
But without the cost.
Exactly. You know what else I love about the DAF diet?
What's that?
It encourages you to cook.
Oh, yeah, to get back in the kitchen.
Experiment with new recipes.
Try new ingredients.
It makes healthy eating more fun.
It does. It doesn't have to be boring.
No, not at all.
So even small changes can make a difference.
Absolutely.
Like swapping out that mustard.
Or using low sodium sauce.
You don't have to change everything overnight.
Just take it one step at a time.
And remember, there are resources to help.
Wow. The NHLBI website.
It's a great starting point.
There's so much information there.
Meal planning guides.
Shopping lists.
Recipes, tips, everything you need.
It's all right there at your fingertips.
And don't be afraid to reach out for support.
Yeah, talk to friends and family.
Find a community online.
There are so many people out there who are on the same journey.
It's always easier when you have support.
It really is.
So, to wrap things up,
the
DASH eating plan is more than just a diet.
It's a way of life.
It's about being mindful of what you eat.
Yeah.
Finding joy in nourishing your body.
And making those changes that stick.
Changes that lead to a healthier you.
Exactly.
It's not about being perfect.
It's about progress.
So celebrate those small victories.
Make those healthy choices.
And keep exploring all the delicious possibilities of the DASH eating plan.
You got this.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the DASH eating plan.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you've learned some valuable things.
Yeah, we hope you're feeling inspired.
And ready to start your own journey to a healthier heart.
To a happier, healthier you.
We'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.